Kind Healthy Snacks was founded by Daniel Lubetsky, the son of a Holocaust survivor, with the goal of bringing more kindness into the world. Kind has been able to be profitable with positive cash flow since the beginning. In 2010, Kind sales were $10 million, and within just 2 years, Kind was able to reach $120 million. They are one of the fastest growing healthy nutrition snack food and can be found in over 80,000 locations nationally and now provide over 22 bars with 6 healthy grain clusters. As a social venture, Kind's major objective aside from selling more products and expanding their market share would be furthering the Kind philosophy and giving back to their communities. Competing at a very high level is also very important to Kind. The company wants to continue to grow while maintaining their culture of doing the right thing by contributing to charity and producing a product customers can trust as healthy and tasty. They seek to provide products that you can not only recognize the ingredients in the snacks, but also be able to visually see them. These policies are crucial to the continuation of the company as they outline the operations and the mentality behind them. Since Kind's marketing and success are directly tied to the message and objective of the company, they would like to build a strong business while helping their customers and community. There is anchoring bias at play here because the company believes that just because Kind is written everywhere, customers will automatically continue to buy their products. A lot more thought goes into customers' buying decision other than just a label on it. In order to squash the anchoring bias, the company must show to customers that they are a company that is more than just a word. Kind has to show that they live and breathe the Kind philosophy so customers will continue to buy their products.
The first issue facing Kind is maintaining company values. Every company is established with a key set of values in mind. Kind, as a social venture, holds these values even more closely than other businesses. While other social ventures have lost their way in the process of scaling up to meet the demand they are facing, such as the case of Lyft abandoning their rule of only serving women and children when scaling up to compete with Uber, Kind has stated that it absolutely must maintain its values of being kind, encouraging small acts of kindness throughout the community. The second issue Kind faces is growing in scale. In order to expand as a business, it is necessary to make a number of dramatic decisions as an organization. Growing entails finding ways to increase market share, expand financing from external and internal sources, develop a more substantive company infrastructure, all while maintaining the company culture that Kind has worked so hard to build. It is very difficult to accomplish all this without drastically changing the company's culture. Finally, Kind must hold true to their mission. Apart from the company values of acting kindly, another key aspect of the company is their mission of having a company be more about profit than about profit. In the cutthroat environment that is the granola bar industry, it is difficult to get anything done besides compete for those sweet sales. Kind, however, has made it evident that they will not grow if they cannot grow kindly. The mission to build a bar using healthy ingredients that the customer can see through the wrapper. Building a kind bar for kind people is a must.
When our team started to collect primary data, we found that a majority of people responded positive to a company that displays strong values. Our data showed that 95% of people in our survey consider company values to play a big role when searching for a job. This is encouraging because it will make it easier for Kind to use our recruitment process to find employees who are aligned with their current Kind culture. In our second survey question, our team found that 73.3% of the people surveyed want to work for a company that gives back to the surrounding community. This demonstrates that most people wish to make positive societal contributions through their work. Kind can promote its company culture across the nation by employing those that encourage giving back to the community. The first solution we propose is to have the company expand on internal and external hiring, which ensures the Kind mentality to reach every employee and not just the top executives. Internal hiring takes the most qualified Kind employees from within the company and places them in new expansion locations. This would foster a learning environment for new employees so they could understand the Kind philosophy firsthand from the most motivated managers. Implementing Kind values within the external hiring process will allow the company to find motivated employees to further the Kind philosophy. The company will screen applicants so they would know these employees share their same values and goals. The company will then require job training so staff will be able to learn the process of being a Kind employee and what it stands for. This solution of hiring will be harder to implement since finding people on the outside who share the values of the company will be difficult. To screen applicants, we will look for those that consider outreach a big part of their life. This will show that these are employees who are willing to expand the company while keeping their Kind values. A big part of keeping the kind culture is showing the community that the company cares about them and wants to continue to help them grow. One way to display this is to create a national festival known as the Kind Day Festival, which will be set up in 5 to 10 different cities each year. Employees will get the day off to run a free festival with food, merchandise, and games for the surrounding communities of these cities. One component of this is to have national attention so that as many people as possible can partake in the festival. In order to achieve this, Kind will create a national geotag filter so people can post pictures of the festival for the entire country to see. This will encourage people to come out and enjoy the day, but will also encourage a sense of community within the company.
The second part of our solution is to build a company culture that encourages intrinsic motivation. We asked, are people doing work that they find interesting and that fits their own personal motivational needs? And we said that managers can increase motivation by ensuring that the job itself is intrinsically motivating. This is done through employee engagement. Employee engagement can be accomplished through a great community outreach program and clear opportunities for growth within the company. This goes along with parts of our hiring theory that we will do our best to promote from within. If people are inspired by the cause that their company represents and they see growth within the company, there will be active employee engagement. Thus, they will be more loyal, psychologically committed, more productive, and will stay longer. We found that the two underlying drivers of individual utility are the lure of making a visible social impact through their participation and the lure of improving one's own career progression through the experience. Of 665 surveyed employees, 87% stated that they would be willing to accept at least some reduction in salary in order to participate in a corporate social initiative. This shows that people truly do care about making a positive impact. The next key question to ask is if people find that working to achieve high levels of performance leads to outcomes that they value. To address this, we will create a point system among teams. The teams are created by the charities that they would like to raise money for, and each Kind location will pick a winning team that demonstrates the largest volume of kind acts as well as positive impacts in terms of growing the company and surpassing goals within their own jobs. That winning team will be able to donate corporate money for a meaningful cause unique to the team. They can foster a deeper relationship with each other, and they will be able to see a clear link between the effort they put into their work and their performance. Additionally, when other people get promoted internally for their positive inputs, make sure that they really deserve it. Because according to equity theory, motivation can depend on what happens to other people. It is important to reward good company performance and social impact by a societal reward system along with a clear opportunity for advancement.
The type of leadership to foster the environment needed for this change is an employee-oriented leader. This type of leader will focus on their employees and inspire them to promote change inside and outside the company. Employee-oriented leaders make employees feel wanted and part of the decision so that every single person can promote the kind culture. The goal of our solution is to inspire employees to promote the company to increase sales.
To implement our strategy, we decided that the best way to go about this is to use Lewin's 3-step model. The first step is unfreezing the status quo, where we'll explain to employees that in order to maintain our company's mission, it is necessary to make a few changes. It is important for us to stress all of the ways that the company will benefit as well as the individual. Here we are remolding the way that the company has previously been operating and inspiring everyone to buy into the change to create strong unity within the company.
In the second movement phase, we will transition into putting our ideas into action. In order for people to begin to get used to the idea, we need to make sure that we give people time to adjust to the change and clearly communicate and reiterate the positive benefits that will ensue.
Finally, we must freeze the new culture into its desired shape by re-solidifying Kind's corporate environment into a place that ensures its values are upheld. We can retain the lasting impact of our work. It is crucial that we establish policies and tendencies that reward fulfilling the company's mission and incorporate our changes into the usual business day. Doing this will also prevent our work from being undone accidentally by new management.
The first constraint impacting our strategy is time. This strategy will lead to a slightly longer and more expensive process of recruitment. The applicants will have to be extensively screened in order to assure that their beliefs actually align with Kind's. Time will also need to be allocated towards community outreach activities that Kind prides itself in.
Another constraint that needs consideration is money. Funding community outreaches will be the source of a great deal of concern because not only will the activities require monetary funding, Kind will also have to accept the costs that arise from employees taking a day off work to serve the community.
The final constraint is employee quality. Recruiting quality employees of the correct moral caliber and who are willing to accept a slightly lower paycheck in return for more impactful work will be more difficult than normal. New and current employees must also be screened to see if they are in alignment with the company's Kind values in order to maintain a high quality that is needed in order to complete the company's mission
Our
statement.
strategy of reevaluating and refocusing Kind's efforts on their human resources was what we found to be the most realistically affordable way to maintain the company's vision and values while growing in scale. This focus allows us to spend the least amount of time and resources while giving employees the new motivation necessary to grow their new team-oriented roles and take on new responsibilities.